Hello, internet friends, Atari peeps, and everyone else who's interested in cracking the seal on an Atari 8-bit cartridge game. This is
Crack the seal! Crack it! Crack it! Crack the seal! Crack the seal! Crack it! Crack it! Crack it! Crack the seal! 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 Crack it!
Astro Chase for the Atari 800 computers. Here's the front of the box. It says Astro Chase. It's Parker Brothers. This is the back of the box. Now let's read the back of the box. Astro Chase. Number of players, 1. Ages 8 to adult, for use on the Atari 400, 800, 1200 XL, home computer systems. Joystick required. Astro Chase, a fast fighting race through space to save planet Earth from total destruction. Blast off and blaze across a scrolling, star-studded galaxy. Seek out and explode deadly mega mines that close in as they orbit the Earth. But keep an eye out for attacking enemy vessels. They'll pursue you to the far corners of space. Fire your lasers or activate your shields and ram the enemy. You've even got single thrust propulsion, an amazing game feature that lets you fire in one direction while speeding off in the other. Save the planet from the awful doom, and there's a secret award waiting you. Astro Chase will dazzle your eyes with spectacular graphics and defy your skills with challenging gameplay. Craft and strategy are a must if you are to survive all 34 levels, each one more difficult and more thrilling than the one before. Astro Chase. Parker Brothers will be happy to answer your questions or comments about Astro Chase, and they give a place to send, and this is by First Star Software. A little trivia about First Star Software. The person who started it, I think his name's Fernando Herrera. I'll have his name right here. He won one of the first Atari Program Exchange contests for best game. I think it was an educational game called My First Alphabet. And he used that money to start his company, First Star Software. Okay. We're getting ready to crack the seal. This is a clamshell box. Let's get ready. Let's use that one. We're going to crack the seal. Seal cracked. Let's rid ourselves of the shrink wrap. Shh, shh. Astro Chase box. Getting ready to open it up. Let's see what this box contains. The box contains the Astro Chase manual, a 180-day limited warranty. First couple pages. Introduction. Object, setting the console controls, the joystick controller, and playing. Next, force field, shield depots, energy generators, lasers, single thrust proportion, and scoring. Next pages. Special controls, strategy, and service information. Now, I like to read the strategy. When it gets to strategy and some of the off-the-cuff remarks that are made in these, they're kind of fun. Let's read that. Strategy tips and service information. If you would like strategy tips on Astro Chase or have any questions or comments about the game or other Parker Brothers software, write to Consumer Response Department. That wasn't a lot of information. Let's see if there's anything interesting that they have in this manual that would be different, or any manifestos about the company. Let's figure out how you use the single thrust propulsion, which means that you can fire in one way and move in the other. The special game feature lets you lock your saucer on course on a constant speed and continue to shoot in any direction simultaneously, regardless of the direction you travel. To fly, simply tap the joystick in a direction you wish to head. Then, by holding down the fire button, you'll continue flying in that direction, and then you'll fire in the other one. Okay. To activate your shields and become invulnerable to all enemy blasts and ramming, simply fly through one of the 8 shield depots. You'll hear a short musical cue, and your saucer will begin to flash. Very interesting. A very cool manual. Very American-style manual. Full color. These are guys who thought that they were going to make as much money on these Atari 800 cartridges as they would on 2600, and they did for a little while, and then everything dried up. And then, what else do we have in here? The Astro Chase cartridge, the Atari 8-bit cartridge. A very cool looking cartridge with both an end label and a front label, but very basic text. And there's a very clean PCB in here. Let's see if this contains anything else. Nope. So there you have it. Astro Chase for the Atari 8-bit computers. And now let's move over to the XEGS and try the game. If it doesn't work, then we will use the Atari 400. Some cartridges only work on a 400, 800. Some will work on an XEGS or an XL, XE, or a 65XE or a 130XE, but some will not. So let's try it. Let's go there right now. All right, now we're sitting down at the XEGS, the trusty XEGS. We are going to try Astro Chase for the Atari 8-bit computers. I did notice that my XEGS buttons, these beautiful pastel buttons, maybe you can't see them right now, that's okay. I got the camera in a certain way. I know there's a certain amount of glare. And just to reiterate, in these new sets of videos, we started with the last ST videos. We are going to show it on the cartridge or the game running on the real machine, but then we're going to move over and emulate it for best gameplay footage, because that way you get to see the game in all its glory without my glare and my weird setup here. So let's turn this on and see if it works. Astro Chase is giving us a blue screen. Okay, let's turn this off. And we're going to, I don't know if the cartridges, yeah, they have to fit in this way. And if it doesn't work on here, we have the Atari 400 to try, and we also have the Atari 800 XL and the 130XE. So we'll see. It doesn't look like Astro Chase is working yet, but it may be that no games are working on here, but we'll have to try Astro Chase on a different machine. We are at the other location, which is my downstairs lab, where we can try the Atari 400 on the Sony Trinitron TV. So I know there is some scan on the monitor, but we're going to try this game a little bit on here to show it working without all of the interference we have upstairs. And then we're going to go to emulation so we don't show all the scan. So let's start this one up. Okay, so here's the goal. I'm gonna turn this. I gotta turn this down a little bit. Just darn it. Oops. Okay. So the goal is that Mega Minds are attacking. I think 16 are attacking your. And that's not a Mega Mind. That's just an enemy. Are attacking. Okay. Mega Minds are attacking Earth, and they're huge. I mean, consider how small Earth is there. They're pretty. The Mega Minds and the enemies are pretty big, and you need to get out here and get them. Now, this is a shield generator. If I go through it, I'm invincible. There's another shield generator. Oops. And there's a Mega Mind right there, which you got to watch out because there's one. If they get too close to Earth, and they'll destroy it. So you got to be very diligent about how far you go out to get your invincibility. Oh. And you can bounce into planets for some reason. You must be. Oh, and the Mega Mind got Earth.
An 8-Bit Rocket Studios production.